Okay guys, this is just a bit of an announcement. You'll notice in this video that I'm actually not using my green screen. Well, in theory I am using my green screen, but for some reason I can't get with the way the light levels were in this video, I couldn't get Sony Vegas to actually properly chroma key it. The actual screen itself is backlit because I thought, hey, let's buy some halogen lamps to try and get rid of the background shadow. But yeah, it didn't work too well. Well, it did work, it got rid of the background shadow, but it turned the green screen a really pale colour, so every time I tried to chroma key it, it would basically just grey out everything, and no matter how much I play with it, no matter how much I adjust it, it didn't work, so I do apologise for the lack of green screen. Also, I'm actually thinking of getting rid of the green screen altogether, because it's just an absolute ball ache to be able to do, and the wall that I actually use behind me is pretty much completely blank, there's like nothing on it. So if you guys could throw up some ideas in the comments as to what I should have as a backdrop for my show, that would be much appreciated. Okay guys, thank you and enjoy the show. Hello there everybody, and welcome back to Enter the Wolf Time. So, Games Workshop. Apparently, a little bird tells me that you're discontinuing all the metal miniatures. That does not sit very well with me. The reason being is because if you decide to discontinue the Inquisitor range, because they're all made of metal, I will hunt you down. I will hunt the person down who is responsible for that decision, and I will do unspeakable things to him. So guys, with that out of the way, I would like to get on with the rest of the show now. On a side note though, I got motherfucking Skyrim! Oh yeah! Now, I gotta say, this is completely unrelated to Warhammer whatsoever, but oh my god, this game is a masterpiece! It's so awesome that it reduced me to a gibbering mess on the floor when I first popped it in. Skyrim! So goddamn awesome! Skyrim 5! But yeah, what have we got today on today's show? We've got the progress that I've made on the Big Rig Bob's Big Rig Trip. Woo, NASCAR. I've also got a bit of a hobby tip for you guys, something that I personally discovered, and I've also got what else have I got for you guys? Oh yeah, I've got some Inquisitor stuff to show you as well. But now it's time for the 40k motivational poster of the week.
Modeling, because nothing says dedication like attention to details.
Okie dokie guys, so what I'm going to show you today, first of all, I'm going to show you an Inquisitor model. Well, it's really a redone Inquisitor model. I had an Inquisitor called Amos Hornberg, and me and Mr. Pidge and Just Chris, we do play a lot of Inquisitor, and essentially we had a campaign, and what happened is, my Inquisitor got sucked into the warp. He was fighting this big beast called the Clawed Fiend. If anyone remembers my video from a while back, I did a video on with the Clawed Fiend in it, and it was fucking huge. We finally used it. I had a bounty hunter guy, like a gunslinger, and he had a special shell for his caster pistol called a Dark Void bullet, and what that did, that actually creates a mini warp rift and sucks people in. But he had a 10% chance of hitting my Inquisitor, and he hit him. So I was a bit fucked off about that. But we thought, hey, we can write this into the story. So what we did, we decided that he would be in the warp for 300 years, because as we all know, time in the warp, obviously this is complete fiction now, time in the warp doesn't pass like real time. One day in real time could be 100 years in the warp. So we decided, I know what we're going to do. we're going to have him stuck in the warp for 300 years. So essentially what happens is he ends up looking like this. So I stripped the model, and I'll show you how I stripped the model in just a second to find a brand new way. But yeah, kept all the posing the same, just basically added some extras to him. Where he had his dual katanas, he now has a saber. I think that's going to be a frost saber of some kind, and he also has a power sword. Now that's just a Grey Knight Nemesis Force sword, and it looks perfect. It's the perfect size. Little skull stuck on the back of the hilt there. The pommel, should I say? I think it's the pommel anyway. And then, yeah, that's just an Ogre Kingdom's blade. Added a little bit extra to his belt there, just to make him look a bit different. Added this big shoulder pad, very anime-ish style shoulder pad with a bit of Inquisitor logo there. Now, he didn't have that before. Now, the story behind this is that when he was in the warp, he actually met Grey Knight Caldor Drago, and basically the Grey Knight taught him how to survive in the warp, because Caldor Drago has been in the warp for a long time. Basically what Caldor Drago has done, he's collected all the artifacts that the Inquisitors, or anyone that's meddling with the warp, has basically been sucked in with. Obviously the people have died, but the artifacts have stayed, and all the ones that are like holy and all the ones that are like, you know, pure and stuff, he's kept them all in one place, and it's created like a bubble, like a separate void within the warp, that basically shields anyone inside it from the powers from demons and stuff. So that's how he's been able to survive so long. But upon leaving, he's going to get the shoulder pad, which is going to be a piece of Grey Knight Ceramite armour, which just gives him better armour and gives him some pentagrammic wards and stuff like that. Now, if you guys are thinking at the moment, what the fuck is he on about? The reason is again, Inquisitor is such an awesome game because you can do whatever you want. You can make up stories like that and play them out, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now, the rules for Inquisitor are on the Games Workshop site. Now, I bid you all, please go and download them. They're free to download. It's a PDF file. Just go down and check them out, and it's really good. If you play it, you'll love it because you can do whatever you want. Moving on with the rest of the model. I decided because he's been in the warp for such a long time, to resculpt his beard. He's got a proper beard there, and I resculpted his hair. He had kind of like a shaggy, just regular hair coming down, but I decided, because he's going to be in the warp for a while, he's going to have very long hair, so I sculpted his hair coming all the way down here, you know, with the separate, almost like dreadlocky kind of bits like that. Also, he's got this banding coming across, you know, to obviously hold his hair in place. But yeah, something that I quite like. So he'll get painted up soon. He has to be, because he's going to be coming out of the warp very soon. Yeah, but essentially we're doing a side mission, a side little story arc in this campaign, where basically Amos Hornberg's first crew member, John Kazim, builds a device or a machine that can actually open up a temporary passage to the warp. And they basically go and get him out, but in the process, some demons might just come with. But yeah, anyway, so I rambled on for quite, well, too long actually, on this guy. But yeah, what do you think? It's a nice metal model, a nice, weighty metal model. Fuck you, Games Workshop, with your stupid fine cast bullshit. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's Inquisitor Amos Hornberg. Oh, he's been in the warp as well. He's going to get an extreme boost in all his psychic powers and stuff like that. So he's going to basically be insane. He's going to be able to cast stuff really easily. But yeah, now, you might have noticed, how did I get him so clean? Well, I will roll that for you now. It's a bit of a tip, bit of a Jojo Man tip coming up for you guys.
Okie dokie, so you join me in my kitchen, and what I'm going to be showing you is, as I said before, is how to strip models, but I'm happy to do this in two parts. What you'll need, ooh, knocked it over, you'll need a glass vessel, such as this jam jar-y type thing. You will need a miniature. This is an old, whatchamacallit, I can't even remember. Yeah, some kind of Gene Stealer thing. Like a Broodlord, that's it, it's a Broodlord. So we're going to pop him in there. We're going to pop his talon in there. We're going to pop his really warped foot in there, because I really warped it when I took it off the base, because it was proper stuck on. What we're going to do, we're going to put that in the sink. And we're also going to need some flash with bleach. Now this stuff is like an oven and bath cleaner, and it's like, I don't know even know if it's like super, oh god, whoopsie. I don't even know if it's like super heavy duty or something, but this stuff cleans paint off things so well. In fact, we're going to move the camera a bit forward, and we're going to see if we can extend it a little bit further, which I can't. It's already extended to the maximum. Oh well, we'll just zoom in a little bit for you guys.
But yeah, I discovered this because I was thinking, I used to use like this brake fluidy kind of stuff, yeah, it took ages and you had to do some really vigorous scrubbing. But I will show you with this, but essentially you just spray it in. Oh, I think I'm running low. Okay, there we go. Aha! Have to get a bit closer though, maybe just making a mess now. Basically, you want to cover the whole thing and it starts to fizz. And yeah, I'm gonna have to. That was a bit of a silly idea, really. Bit of a silly idea. Let's put it on the draining board instead. There we go. There we go. That's a bit better. So what we want to do is we just want to fill this entire thing up with the flash of bleach. And what it'll do, it'll properly deep clean the miniature. Yeah, what we'll do, we'll try to keep adding a bit more. You want to make sure the whole thing is full. Leave it overnight, and then you see what happens. So we shall wait, and I shall show you in the morning. Well, in reality, only seconds will have passed. But in the world of the internet, in the world of YouTube, only seconds have passed. But in reality, it has been like 8 hours, something like that. Top it up a little bit more. Would you like a flake with that, sir? Oh, yeah, look at that. It's not night time anymore. Well, ladies and gents, yeah, this is the results, or the final results of the miniature. You end up with a nasty black mess in the bottom of the jar. Yeah, we've got a lot better light today because I'm using natural daylight as opposed to the shitty lights in this kitchen. So what we're going to do is we're going to take him out. We're going to give him, that was rank. We're going to give him a bit of a rinse underneath the tap, just so I don't mess up my fingers and end up bleaching my skin. Whoa, what the fuck is that? Alright, okay. Yeah, I forgot that this guy actually had green stuffed, whatchamacallits, green stuffed feeder tendrils. And as you can see, it's gone a bit nasty. we're gonna peel them off his face. We're gonna peel. I quite like him without the feeder tendrils actually. Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, what we're going to do, we're just gonna, as you can see, where it's been sitting face down, it's actually pretty much full on just gone off. What we're going to do is going to give him a bit of a scrub, a bit of a light scrubbing with a bit of an old toothbrush right here. And we're going to show it on the towel and the carapace on his back. And on the arm that was sat in there mainly. But there, ladies and gents, as you can see, it pretty much strips the whole thing. Now I'm going to leave him back in there and add some more. It is a messy job, guys, so I wouldn't recommend doing it if you've got like washing and stuff, you know, or anything that's material, anything that can be bleached around, because obviously it will mark it, it will take the colour out, because it is bleach! That is the #1 rule of bleach, don't fuck about with it! But yeah, anyway, so I hope that's been of use to you people. Yeah, flash with bleach. It's this stuff here. Just literally flash with bleach. It's the one that oxidises when you squirt it in like that. So yeah, that's the stuff. But yeah, on with the rest of the show. Okay, this is the third bloody time I have tried to record this damn video, and I'm gonna do it all in one take this time! Anyway, right, ladies and gentlemen, what we have for you today, what we have for you in this bit, fuck's sake, I'm falling over my words again. God damn it! We have the rest of the Orc truck, and here it is. I'm about to zoom all the way out because it's so damn big now. For some reason my camera is face tracking stuff that isn't faces. But yeah, so the back wheels and the back section of the truck were constructed primarily out of this weird plasticard kind of stuff. Now, being where I work, I get a lot of old POS, old point of sale stuff, and you know, that's how I found out that was actually a Panasonic sign. But yeah, it's really thick and really rigid, so I can't actually cut it properly. Even the razor saw has trouble in cutting it. So I had to use my Dremel. I had to use my trusty one of these. Way in order to drill a hole out around the side just to do this circular bit here. But anyway, The primary construct for this wheel is actually something that you wouldn't have thought of. I was racking my brains, I was like, oh my god, what am I going to use for a back wheel? And everyone was saying, oh, make tracks, use tracks. I was like, well, I was going to do tracks, but I was like, I'm going to use that for the all-terrain wheel design, because in this game that Mr. Pidge has devised, you actually buy upgrades for your trucks, and you have to represent them on the model. That's the rule. Everything has to be represented. Everything has to be WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. So yeah. What they constructed the wheels out of was a bit of bog roll, a thick bit of bog roll, about an inch and a half wide, and then what I did, I spoked it with some sprue. So I put the sprue in between it like that, obviously a longer piece, but I basically built up a layering of spokes on it just to give it some structural integrity. And if I lift it up and show you the underside there, you can actually see it. That's basically glued with super glue, it's glued with Yoo-hoo, and it's glued with poly cement where they cross over, also with green stuff over the top of it. The actual axle there is made out of a bit of a till roll. Again, a lot of super glue went into that. But yeah, over the top of it is the plasticard stuff. Now it's quite thick. So what I did, I built up basically a round bit, just the little strips that I cut off just to give it like, an armour plated kind of look. In this bit here, because there was quite a big gap, I filled it in with green stuff, and all I did was poked it with a bit of a metal stick thing that I found on my desk somewhere, just to make it look like it's got a weld go around the edge. The other bits here, these bits, they're actually made using the backs of iTunes cards, just cut up, and I think it's the right kind of thickness, so it'll take really well in terms of the paint, yeah, it's easy to work with because all it is just like thick. It's just like plastic. It is plastic card, literally. That's what it is. So it just works really well. The rivet's just made out of green stuff rolled into a long shape, a long rod, and then cut. And I think it looks pretty good. Look at this guy's an orc hanging out the side of it with a gun. You can't even see what's going on with it. But yeah, that's really all I did. But it took me so long. It probably took me about a day, really. Not a day. Probably, well, from what I worked on, I probably worked about, I don't know, about 12 hours in total doing these wheels, because they're just such a ball ache to make. In terms of actually getting them into the axle here, because this is it's not a solid tube, it's got a hole running right through the middle of it. What I had to do, I had to, after I'd done the wheels and let them dry, after I spoked them, I had to get 2 prongs of sprue, glue them there, green stuff it, and then shove a lump of green stuff in here, like completely fill up to here with green stuff, and then shove them in, and they actually dried really rigid, but I think they're going to be quite brittle though, so they might end up falling off, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, bit of an orky face there. Bit of an orky face there. Yeah, really liking this model actually at the moment. It's looking really good. The back section of it, again, just using more plasticard. Need to do some more worky bits on this back section. Don't quite know what I want to do. I just want to get the whole damn thing finished because it's just taken way, way longer than I thought it would. But yeah, and we'll just pan across the actual vehicle using the awesomeness of this HD. Yeah, that was, by the way, if anyone was wondering what this bit was here, this was actually where I tried to... oh, look at that in HD. That's beautiful. Oh, it's out of focus. Focus. There we go. That's actually where I tried to cut it. Now this stuff is like, I can't remember what it is. It's like a grill off the front of a computer case, but it's so tough. It's ridiculous. Pliers can hardly cut it. So I ended up having to try and drill into it and then cut it still, but it still wouldn't go. So I had to just put it on and build an extra back section to the truck. But yeah, it's really, really tough. Yeah, we'll pan across a bit more of the truck so you can see some of the finer detail of it. God damn, I need a new tripod. I wish this tripod wasn't so creaky. Get rid of the creaks! Yeah. As you can see, there's the Space Marine bike just chilling there. I've actually got some mud guards made out of that same stuff, which is pretty cool. There's the paint pot lids that I said. Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with the way this truck has turned out. Let's pop the rocket launcher on the top. And there we go. Now it looks the part. I added some more decoration to it as well. On the smokestack there, the steam stack, whatever you want to call it, some orky glyphs. But yeah, I think that this is going to be quite awesome when it's all fully painted up. So yeah, let me know what you guys think now the back wheels are on it. It's nearly finished. But yeah, so now it's on with the Ask Me Anything section of the show. Okay, so now it's time for the Ask Me Anything section of the show. But first, you right there, you, and you, people that watch it but don't drop a comment, come on, ask me anything, give it a go. You guys are sitting there, watching the video, your keyboard's right next to you, should be in front of you, or maybe you're watching it on a phone, but whatever. Just drop a question in there. It can be anything. It could be what did I have for tea last week on Monday. It could be what do you plan to do over the weekend. Anything. It doesn't have to be questions Warhammer related. That's the point of it being called Ask Me Anything. But yeah, anyway, I only got 2 questions that were written in from last week. The first one is Kadata Fish, and he asks me, will you please put together another outtake video? And the answer is yeah, no problem. It's a bit of a tricky thing really to do the outtake videos, because I've got to go back through all my old videos, all the old individual clips that I've got, and find the outtakes again, because I'm lazy and I just can't be bothered to actually name them outtake, although I probably will start doing that in the future. But yeah, one day in the future, definitely before Christmas, you guys will probably see another outtake video, just of all the outtakes and stuff, all queued up in a row for your shits and giggles. Now, the next question comes from Tarraganabel. We like Tarraganabel, he's cool. And he says, have you got anything special planned for episode 100? Because I'm in the 90s now. I'm in the 90s, well, not in the yeah, Spice Girls 90s. No, only joke. I'm on episode 90 something now. We're at present time recording this. I can't remember what I'm on, but anyway. So yeah, getting close to episode 100, and yeah, I've got something special planned. It's not going to be mega. It's not going to be something as special that I've got planned for my 1,000 subscriber video. Now that is going to be something. I'd just like to say as well, guys, before I go, a couple of things. Firstly, thank you for all the guys that wish me well in quitting smoking and stuff like that. I really appreciate it, and yeah, it's now like 4 weeks now without a cigarette. 4 weeks. And in truth, the smell of cigs actually makes me feel a bit sick now, so I don't actually feel the need to smoke anymore, which is pretty cool. Also, I'd just like to thank all the new subscribers that I've got. That was really big. I'm so close to 700. In fact, at this present time, I don't actually know if I'm on 700 or not. But yeah, there will be a big shout out and a big thank you video on my 700 subscriber. Fucking hell, I don't even know what I'm saying. When I get my 700 subscriber. So yeah, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's show. And yeah, I will see you again next week. Oh, and also I will see you again sometime this week with another gaming video. So thank you very much, guys. See you again. Goodbye.